Chapter 16 Agriculture Food Crops. In this chapter, we shall study about the agriculture seasons, main food crops like rice, wheat, millets, and pulses, their geographical conditions, and distribution. So, first of all, agriculture seasons. We have main two agriculture seasons, that is Kharif and Rabi. And one more season is there besides Kharif and Rabi, that is Zaid or Zaid. Zaid is also of two types. One is Zaid Kharif crop and another one Zaid Rabi crops. Now here the comparison is given between all the seasons with their sowing and harvesting and the crops grown in each. The categorization of the cropping seasons, which we have just read, does not exist in southern India. Why so? Because in the south, temperatures are sufficiently high to grow tropical crops during any period in the year, provided the soil has sufficient moisture. Indian agriculture is largely dominated by food crops. So first food crop is rice. Rice is the staple food crop of India and is grown all over the country with the highest concentration in northeastern and southern parts of the country. Because in the southern part, it is a tropical crop, requires mean temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and annual rainfall of 150 centimeter. Rice is a kharif crop in North India, but in South it can be grown throughout the year if irrigation is available. Climatic conditions required for the cultivation of rice. It requires temperature at the time of sowing between 16 to 20 degrees Celsius and at the time of harvesting 18 degree to 32 degrees Celsius. So temperature should not be above 35 degrees Celsius. It requires ample sunshine and water. It can grow on different altitudes as long as the temperature requirements are satisfied. Rainfall, it requires between 150 to 300 centimeters. During the earlier phase of its growth, it requires 5 to 10 centimeters of standing water in the field. That is why the monsoon lands are best suited for rice production, because heavy irrigation is required for this. Deltas, estuaries, floodplains and valleys of rivers and coastal plains with heavy soils provide excellent conditions for the cultivation of rice. Then rice is grown mainly in two areas. So it is classified as upland rice and lowland rice. Upland rice, which is grown on mountainous areas, it is sown in March-April, harvested in September-October. And this type of rice cultivation mainly depends upon rainfall only. No irrigation is there and the crop is just sufficient to use locally. Lowland rice, it is grown on low-lying areas, that is in the plains, and is sown in June, harvested in October. This type of rice requires a lot of water at the time of sowing and harvesting period, and the produce is sufficient for selling purposes also. What type of soil is required? It requires loamy soil, alluvial soil, the soil which can retain water for a long time. Why standing water is required? Because the standing water protect the plants from pests which cannot survive under water. Methods of cultivation. The rice is cultivated by two methods, dry method and puddled method. Dry method is mainly confined to the areas which depend upon rain, where irrigation facilities are not much developed. and puddled method or wet method in those areas which have assured adequate supply of water. Standing water is required in this method. Then a few steps which are followed for cultivation of rice. First one is sowing of seeds. There are various methods of sowing seeds in India. The first method is broadcasting method, in which the seeds are scattered all over the field. And drilling method, in this method the seeds are sown in the furrows with the help of a drill which is made up of bamboo. What is the advantage of drilling method? Seeds fall in the furrows in a systematic way. Germination rate of seeds is very high and the wastage of seeds is very less. And disadvantage is that it is a very time consuming method. And the third method is dibbling method. Dibble is an implement which is used to make holes in the ground, and then seeds are thrown in the holes. And in this method the seeds are sown at regular intervals with hand only. Then next method is transplantation method of rice cultivation, which is very common in deltic and floodplain areas, because this method requires a lot of labor. Here, first of all, the seeds are sown in the nurseries. After 4 to 5 weeks, when the sapling gain height of 25 to 30 centimeters, they are transplanted into the prepared rice field. And the saplings are planted in groups of 4 to 6 at a distance of 30 to 45 centimeters. In the beginning, the field is flooded with water, that is 2 to 3 centimeter deep water, and slowly the water level is increased to 4 to 6 centimeter till the crop matures. This method of rice cultivation is very popular. Why? Because it gives high yield. What are the advantages of transplantation method? Now in this method, when we transplant saplings from the nursery to regular field, only the healthy plants are picked and transplanted. Unhealthy are discarded. Weeds are removed while resowing. There is no wastage of seeds and it gives high yield. Another method is Japanese method of rice cultivation. This is just same as transplantation method, with only difference that it is an improved form of transplantation method, in which high yielding varieties of seeds, like they are known as japonica, are used. In this also, the seedlings are prepared in the nurseries. Then the rows of plants are fixed at a distance of 25 centimeter. Distance between the plants is kept 15 centimeter. So it is very easy for the farmer to give proper care to the plant by weeding them when the distance is sufficient. Manure is supplied to the field extensively. And harvesting and processing. The fields are drained dry just before the crop is harvested. Earlier, the sickle was used to cut the crop. Therefore, it was a very labor intensive, because for each and every work, labor was required. Then next step is threshing, winnowing, milling. And in India, rice is mainly grown in West Bengal, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. These are the leading states or the producers of rice in the country. Now why West Bengal is the leading rice producer? In this, first of all, you have to write down about the geographical conditions, like we have read about temperature requirement, rainfall requirement and soil. Now in West Bengal, we have delta, so the soil is renewed every year. There is no dearth of water also. Therefore, 3 crops of rice are grown here. These are Os, Aman and Boro. Uttar Pradesh has the largest area under rice cultivation. Similarly, Andhra Pradesh also. Then Punjab. Now Punjab, amount of rainfall is very low over here. Here rice is cultivated with irrigation. 97% of the rice area is irrigated and high input of HYV seeds, fertilizers, machines are used, finance per hectare yield is highest. Therefore, rice is cultivated in Punjab. The main districts here are Amritsar, Faridkot, Jalandhar, Patiala, where rice is produced, and the bulk of rice is exported from here. Next food crop is wheat. Wheat is the second most important food crop in the country. The progress of wheat cultivation since 1967-68 has made India self-sufficient in food grains, that is after Green Revolution. It forms the staple food for people in the northern and northwestern part of the country. Next are the climatic conditions. Wheat requires cool, moist climate, but it ripens in a warm and dry climate. It is sown in October and sowing continues till the middle of November. However, in the south, its growing period is shorter than in the north, and it is harvested by the end of January in the south. By March, April in Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Western UP, Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana. Wheat is a rabi crop, therefore the temperature requirement for this crop is 10 to 15 degrees Celsius at the time of sowing and 20 to 25 degrees at the time of harvesting. Mostly in India, wheat is grown in the Great Plains in the cold weather season because rest of India is having warm climatic conditions not suitable for the cultivation of wheat. So in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Bihar, the crop is grown in winter. High heat and excessive rainfall is unsuitable for the crop. That is why it is not cultivated in West Bengal and extreme south. Amount of rainfall 80 centimeter is ideal. And in these states, western disturbance is very beneficial. What kind of soil? Wheat grows best in well-drained loams and clay loams. So there are three common varieties given here. The common bread grows best in alluvial soil, and macaroni wheat, it grows best in black soil of central and southern parts of India, and triticum dicoccum grows on the red soil of Nilgiri hills. Methods of cultivation. Sowing, before the sowing of the wheat, the field should be well pulverized. Pulverized means the soil should be plowed time and again to make it soft. It should not be hard. And the seeds can be sown by using drilling or broadcasting method. Harvesting. The wheat crop starts ripening in the month of March and harvested in April when the temperature is 27.5 degrees Celsius. And earlier it was harvested with the help of sickle, but now the machines have replaced the sickles in, especially where we have extensive type of agriculture, that is in Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh. Now, which states are the leading producers? Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. These are the 5 leading producers of wheat in the country. But the yield of wheat is very high in Punjab and Haryana. Next, and why this yield is high? Because of the use of HYV seeds, fertilizers. Next, millets. Millets refer to a number of inferior grains like jawar, bajra and ragi, which serve as food grains for the poor section of the society. The straw makes a valuable cattle fodder. So that is fed to the cattle. Millets are highly nutritious and easily digestible. Rich source of iron, calcium, zinc and magnesium. India is the largest producer of millets like bajra. Now these millets, they can be grown where the soil is infertile, and therefore they are known as dry crops because they can easily resist to the dry conditions and infertile soil. The first millet is jowar. In the dry parts of Peninsular Plateau where rice or wheat cannot be grown, it occupies large area and forms the staple food for large section of the population. And it is also grown for fodder, that is for the cattle. Climatic conditions, jowar is both kharif and rabi crop, grows well even in the dry farming areas, mostly without irrigation support. Temperature requirement 27 to 32 degrees Celsius, and it should not be, temperature should not be below 16 degrees Celsius. Rainfall, arid and semi-arid areas where rainfall is less than 45 centimeters. And what kind of soil? Alluvial soil, sandy soil and black soil. Methods of cultivation can be sown with the help of broadcasting method and dibbling method. Jowar, next one is jowar. Distribution of jowar. Jowar is also known as sorghum. It is mainly grown in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. Next millet is bajra. Bajra or bulrush millet. It is staple food in northwestern Rajasthan and Gujarat. And plant stock is given to the cattle as a feed, and also that plant stock is used for thatching purposes. Climatic conditions, it is a kharif crop and is grown either as a pure or mixed crop. As a mixed crop, it is grown with other crops like cotton, jowar or ragi. It is also a rain-fed crop. It is seldom irrigated. Temperature 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. Rainfall less than 50 centimeter. Soil red, sandy loam or black soil. It is sown in June, July in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Haryana, and harvested in September, October. And the last millet is ragi. Ragi, which is also known as buckwheat. It is grown in drier parts of South India and in some areas of North India also. Temperature requirement is 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Rainfall, very low rainfall, that is between 50 to 100 centimeter rainfall. It can grow in the areas where drought conditions are there because it can easily resist to the drought conditions. What kind of soil? It can grow in variety of soils, red, black, alluvial soil, and this is ideal for dry farming. Next is distribution. Karnataka is the leading producer of ragi. The last food crop, pulses. Pulses form very important part of Indian diet. Why? Because it provides vegetable protein. Another point of importance is that pulses are the leguminous crops. So they help in fixing atmospheric nitrogen in the soil and increase fertility of the soil. That is why these pulses are rotated with other crops so that the fertility of the soil can be maintained. These leguminous crops are rich in protein also, and pulses serve as excellent forage and grain concentrate in the feed of cattle also. A few pulses are mentioned here: gram and arhar or tur, that is gram is pigeon pea and arhar is red gram. These are the most important pulses. Others like urad, black gram, moong, green gram, masoor, lentil, kulthi, horse gram, matar, peas, khesri or laag, and moat and matkai are also grown. It requires temperature between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, rainfall 50 to 75 centimeter. Then a few pulses can be grown as rabi crops and others as kharif. Gram is raised as rabi crop in those areas which receive about 10 centimeter of winter rainfall. Sometimes gram is sown mixed with wheat also. It is the crop of north and central India. Tur, urad and moong are raised as kharif crop almost throughout India. Khesri and masoor are raised as rabi crops in North India. And variety of soils are mentioned under distribution. These pulses, they can be grown on variety of soils like light loams, alluvial soil, black soil, and the states are where pulses are produced: Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh. So in this chapter you have to mainly learn geographical conditions, temperature, rainfall, and what kind of soil is used, and why a particular state is the largest producer, leader producer. So in that case you have to write down about the geographical conditions.